Yeah.
Very good. Smiling and breathing. Our final presentation of the day is our factory farm. We hear from the poster. Please give them all a welcome.
Hi, I'm Jared, and this is Allison and Dana. Today we will be arguing about the advancements of factory farming, such as reduction of prices due to processing and production, genetic engineering, and antibiotic injections, which help reduce the diseases such as Salmonella and E. coli.
Factory farming was used in the first modern way in 1771 by an English farmer named Moody. Moody kept his cattle in dark, confined, stuffy rooms so that the profuse heat from their breasts and bodies would cause them to fatten quickly. Now, today, in modern times, factory farming is used for mass production of products that you can see at your everyday local grocery store. The question we face is, should our new grocery store chain restrict their fruits, vegetables, and meats to be only locally grown organic products? The Cons of Factory Farming by Molly Earl
Miles Lesko.
and Ray O'Sullivan.
Factory farming, also known as industrial farming, is a commercial system of agriculture that raises crops and livestock under strict conditions. Factory farms were first introduced in the United States around the 1930s. They did not fully take off until the 1960s and 1970s due to an increased demand for food. This method of production provided enough food for our growing nation. However, there are many drawbacks to factory farms, including animal cruelty, its negative effect on the environment, and human health risks. Now, as people begin to acknowledge the issues of factory farms, grocery stores are considering restricting their products to only organically grown food.
One of the most evident advantages to factory farming is the reduction in price. This includes the price to actually raise and produce the animals and the price of the grocery store. Because factory farming allows for so many animals to be raised in a rather small environment, the animals in the critters can be sold off at a much quicker rate than that of traditional farming. This also leads to more products being produced and at a cheaper price. Non-organic products tend to be 30 to 60% less than the cost of organic products. For example, a gallon of organic milk costs around $7.36, while a gallon of non-organic milk costs $3.79. The difference between these prices is very large, and a consumer would most likely be drawn to the price of the non-organic product, and this could potentially bring in more sales for the grocery store chain and make more money. A widely regarded issue with factory farming is the mistreatment or abuse of livestock. The regulations of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the American Sheep Industry Association, and the National Chicken Council allow for the use of electric bars for cows, early weaning, the division of chickens, confinement, and other similar abuse. In addition, they do not require adequate living space, bedding, or access to open pasture. Up to 100,000 animals, usually cattle, walk to be crammed into feedlots where they are fed unhealthy portions of food and quickly become obese. Also, more than 90% of chickens involved in industrial food production are contained in cages too small to allow them to spread their wings. A consumer survey conducted by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association in 2005 showed the rise in consumer concern and awareness for animals involved in food production. Approximately 26% of the people surveyed stated concern for health of reared animals, and 21% specifically mentioned animal abuse. Nearly a third of the people surveyed were concerned for animal confinement. These rising concerns can affect consumers' decisions to purchase commercial food and lead to a decrease in food sales. The money saved by efficient production of factory farms allows farmers to invest in a variety of genetically engineered crops. These crops could be resistant to disease and frost and can grow in unusually wet or dry areas. Can also improve the quality of these products. According to the Food and Drug Administration, 2 new apple varieties, the Arctic Granny and the Arctic Golden Delicious, have been genetically engineered to resist cuts and bruises caused by an enzyme that allows growth. Other engineering that allows products to improve are for better flavor, higher crop yield, and greater resistance to insect damage. The Food and Drug Administration regulates genetically engineered crops in conjunction with the United States Department of Agriculture and the Environmental Protection Agency.
A major con with factory farming is its negative effect on the environment. Industrial farming creates a strain on natural resources such as water, land, and fossil fuels. Factory farming greatly impacts our water supply. Producing 1 pound of beef uses around 1,581 gallons of water. This is equivalent to 100 showers. The growing need for more pastures leads to deforestation. Factory farming also contributes to land, water, and air pollution. Waste and greenhouse gases from factory farms lead to climate changes and global warming. Manure can contaminate crops, waterways, and the air. Animals produce up to 1 million tons of manure a day in the U.S. alone. This is 3 times the amount generated by the human population. The U.S. meat industry produces 61 million tons of waste annually. This waste is disposed of in man-made lagoons. Factory farming has many drawbacks and we should be considered.
Many believe that antibiotics are used inappropriately. However, in order to stop the spread of infections such as Salmonella and E. coli, antibiotic injections are highly needed. Around 40,000 cases of Salmonella are spread around the U.S. every year. The more we use antibiotics, the more we can drastically decrease this number. In order for a product to be considered healthy and put in a market, antibiotics must be used to make sure this disease does not spread to the consumer.
Factory farms produce large amounts of cheap and affordable food, but in return they have a negative impact on human health. First, the consumption of factory farm food can lead to obesity and transfer diseases through meat. Obesity is caused by undercharging for meat that factory farms supply grocery stores and fast food restaurants with. Also, factory farm meat is high in fat because it contains a high level of high fructose corn syrup and has a high sodium concentration. Free-range chickens, however, have 21% less total fat, 30% less saturated fat, and 28% fewer calories than chickens with factory farms. A few diseases that can be caused by the consumption of factory farm are mad cow disease and MRSA. Secondly, 80% of the antibiotics in the United States are used in the grain that factory farms feed their livestock. As a result, many types of bacteria have become resistant to drugs. An estimated 90,000 Americans are killed each year by drug-resistant bacteria. 23,000 of those deaths are caused by factory farms. Lastly, poor sanitation and waste management add to the breeding ground for E. coli and salmonella. E. coli causes bloody diarrhea and kidney failure. Salmonella causes fever, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. Although factory farms produce cheap food, there are many long-term consequences.
It is much easier to buy non-organic products from factory farms than it is to buy organic products because of the availability and cheaper price. Advancements such as genetic engineering allow the products to have a longer shelf life, and antibiotic injections protect consumers from infections such as salmonella and E. coli.
For these reasons, we have come to the conclusion that a new market change should not limit their products to organically grown products only, and instead allow factory farm grown crops to be sold in their stores. Thank you.
Factory farming has many drawbacks that should be considered. Animal cruelty, its negative effect on the environment, and human health risks are becoming major concerns to consumers. Organics are better for consumers and the environment. While they are more expensive, organic foods have a better quality. If stores were to completely remove factory farm goods from their stock, they would lose some of their customers. However, they may gain new ones as well. The customers who choose organically grown products will be more loyal to the stores with healthier options. With organic foods, there are less human health risks, animal cruelty, and negative effects on the environment. The risks of factory farming are not worth it when organics are a healthier alternative.
Who's that?
I have two questions for either of you. First question is, when antibiotics are given, if the milk is taken or the meat or the animal slaughtered for meat, do those antibiotics then, are they present in the product that comes from it?
Yes.
And I wonder this because some people are allergic to certain types of antibiotics. I wonder if there would be.
It also depends on how the injection is given. If the injection is given improperly or in the wrong portion of the meat, it can affect the quality of the meat. That's why you should always get a veterinarian to inject your animals with antibiotics and not try to do it on your own.
And the other question that I had was for sustainability. If factory farms were not used, would the population be able to continue with the current consumption levels, or would they have to make reductions in consumption?
They would have to be dramatic increases in consumption because as of right now, 90% of products in grocery stores, let's say our like Whole Foods chain, organic stores, 90% of the products on the shelves are from factory farms.
Did you want to say?
There would be a decrease, however, the foods in organics are better for consumers and have less antibiotics and pesticides.